Welcome back, everyone, to the Save Point Vids podcast. I am Josh, and as always, I've got Sean and Chase here. Just to give you guys a quick rundown of what we're going to be going over, we've got hopefully one final update to the Blizzard China controversy. We've got some PlayStation 5 news, what Sony's doing with PlayStation Now, and some other things. So let's jump right in. First off, how you guys doing?
Good. Yeah, all right. A little sleepy today.
Yeah. The weather's
it's getting dark and droll.
Yeah. The time change is all messing everybody up.
Plus, it gets dark at like 5 o'clock now.
Yeah, that sucks.
God, I hate it.
I really do too. But it's going to be a good day. We're recording this on November 7th. Our Raiders play tonight in prime time. And
not my Raiders.
Not his Raiders. Our Raiders. And after that, Death Stranding should be ready to play at midnight tonight. So
looks like you were right, at least according to IGN. They gave like a 6.8.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about that. Actually, let's jump into that first.
I didn't watch any other reviews on it.
I think that was one of the lower reviews. Everybody else is giving it fairly good reviews.
So I've always said this for a long time. Like IGN always nitpicks when they review.
They do. They
nitpick
things.
And then they dock like 10 points for like the smallest things. They really do.
So they are definitely on the lower end. As of right now, the Metacritic score is 83 for Death Stranding. So overwhelmingly, it's positive.
So none of us got it.
So yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I said 88. I think you said 86. Sean said 90.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, you're right. IGN gave it a 6.8, which was on the low end from any of like the major publications.
I'm not surprised. It's IGN.
Game Informer gave it a 7. GameSpot gave it a 9. A bunch gave it a 10. 9s and 10s. Did you guys? I know you just said you didn't read any of the reviews or anything other than IGN's. Did you see anything?
I watched IGN's review, which I don't even know why I do it. I don't particularly like their review system, but it's more like because I've been watching IGN for like a decade.
I like them for everything but their reviews, honestly.
But yeah, I watch more like independent reviewers.
So now that we know what the game is, now obviously we don't know the plot points, but the game is you're basically a FedEx guy in the post-apocalyptic world.
Right.
It seems to be very slow and methodical. Some people, depending on who you listen to, said it was very plotting. It was, it was funny to see because, obviously the game is the game. And so everybody played the same thing, but it's, just like any video game or movie or anything that you experience, you can come out, two people can have two completely different experiences with it. But does the fact that it is very slow, it sounds like, especially the first 10 hours, knowing kind of what we do, does it make you less or more excited to actually jump in and play it? Because there are a couple of people, like you were saying, YouTube, like there are a couple of people that I thought, just kind of following them and knowing like what they were into, that I thought they would really like it. And one of the guys specifically said that, he loves Kojima, he loves Metal Gear. It's always been like, but he played it for 4 or 5 hours and he was just like, this is not for me.
I would say, honestly, I'm probably about the same.
Yeah, I'm the same.
If anything, I think my hype level kind of has gone down a little bit for it. I heard people say it's like a walking sim, which I don't really think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like one of the best ones is Inside. And that's just a walking sim. It sounds like people are getting hung up about how frustrating it is just to like walk from point A to point B. Like you can trip over rocks and
you have
lose
to be,
all your packages.
You have to be very careful. Again, it's plotting, it's methodical.
I think if you just kind of,
I think he was just trying to add an engaging element into the
fact that
exploration.
you're going to be walking
instead of just walking and holding like up on the
on the stick.
On the stick,
right?
You have to do a little something, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it went over well.
Yeah, it's
very divisive.
It really is. It's one of the most, actually probably since Red Dead, because Red Dead was the same way. It's like even though the Metacritic score on Red Dead's in the mid 90s. outside of that, if you do watch like kind of smaller YouTube channels or just like on Twitter, like people said that about Red Dead. It was like it's like it's like a cowboy sim.
Yeah,
like
it's too realistic.
It's too realistic. It's too.
I loved Red Dead.
It was too in the minutia.
Who doesn't want to be a cowboy? Why are they saying a cowboy simulator like it's a bad thing?
So, yeah, I don't know where my hype level is. Like out of the three of us, I think I was the most skeptical. I'm very excited to play it. Like I said, I'm gonna as soon as midnight hits, I'm jumping in. So next week when we record, I'll definitely give you, obviously my personal impressions of it. If a game is gonna be like this in terms of gameplay, it's going to be slow and everything like that. I really hope that the story
has to have a really good story,
backs it up, and like kind of compels you to put up with the gameplay that might not be the most exciting.
I don't doubt Kojima in that aspect. He knows how to write a story, as convoluted as it may seem at first. Once it all comes full circle, you'll be like, wow.
Yeah. And that's
how it's always been.
And I hope there's that, I hope there, obviously along the way, if the game takes 40, I've seen anywhere between 40 and 80 hours, depending how much time you put into it and side quest. I hope that it's not all backloaded. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like hopefully it's not all third act exposition and that, the first 30 hours of the game are just,
Yeah.
Because then at that point, it's like, I don't know because, Jedi Fallen Order is coming out next week.
Yeah, that's been getting some really good early buzz. Man.
So, yeah, it's like, I hope that because I want to give this game a fair try. It is Kojima. Right. I got, like all of us, we got, swept up in the hype. Right. And so I want to see how it turns out. I
think it's cool. I think it's cool that he kind of did a game like this.
He did his thing and he had a vision and... You don't really see that in the AAA space.
Right. It's not your typical AAA first person shooter or grand RPG type thing.
Yeah.
So, it's really cool that he did that and it's going to sell.
Is that Leo? Leo!
A lot of stuff.
Come down here for a second. We're recording.
Well, I'll be down in a second.
All right. So while he's coming down, we will move on to the next story. So this is going to be hopefully a quick update. This is the Blizzard president apologizes for mishandling Hong Kong controversy. Now,
apologizes.
Did you see the keynote or like at least that clip?
Yeah, it was funny.
Did you see it?
It was comical.
No.
I just heard that he gave it like a shitty apology, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, he basically apologized without, again, apologizing for the thing that he should have apologized for. He was very generic. It was very...
super generic.
Like, we let our gamers down and we let our community down and we let ourselves down. But he didn't say China. He didn't say Blitzchung.
Yeah.
He didn't say any of the keywords that were basically floating around for the last 6 weeks or whatever. But then they announced Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2, and it seems like everything was forgiven.
I said it would be.
Right. And so it's like, and I get it, like, at the, because the more I thought about it, I'm of two minds, yes, he was the one that ultimately made the decision to suspend, Blitzchung. On top of that, though, like hundreds of people have worked on these games, and so do you punish them because of one guy's fuck up? You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're allowed to be excited, you're not allowed to be excited, whatever. So who knows? But yeah, that was it. It seemed like, on Twitter, it was from the same people. There were screenshots floating around that like the same people that were saying fuck Blizzard and boycott Blizzard. As soon as they basically put their tweets side by side and said, once like everything was forgiven, like I said. So,
I'm not surprised.
The world keeps spinning and whatever. What I wanted to bring you down for is Death Stranding. Do you plan on, it comes out tonight. Do you plan on playing it?
Yeah, I plan on playing it.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, I was going to say, because I was asking these guys, now that the reviews are out and we kind of know what the game actually is, does that make you more or less excited to jump in, or is it about the same?
It's about the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think what I was telling these guys before you walked in is I hope that the gameplay, because it seems like it's going to be a little slower. Walking sim has been thrown around a lot. I hope that the story backs up. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that the story is interesting enough to where if the gameplay is not as exciting as some people want, that, you know, the story is going to be enough to make you want to keep playing it. You know what I mean? So.
What else you guys talking about?
Death Stranding, Blitzchung. We've got some PS5 news. Yeah, but before we move on, do you guys have anything else about... Are you guys excited for Diablo 4 Overwatch 2?
Yeah, I'm a huge Diablo guy. Playing Path of Exile right now, which is more like Diablo 2. Overwatch, I really like the first Overwatch, so I heard it's not like a super duper expansive sequel. People are calling it like Overwatch 1.5.
Right.
Because I think you can still carry your character over, or your progress over from the first one, or people who only have the first one can still play the second one, or it's something weird like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really in my wheelhouse, but yeah, and then I was seeing that there's like not like a campaign, but is there like a story mode or something attached to it?
I heard that.
What, Overwatch? Mm-hmm. There's always
there's like a PvE mode that something.
I don't know about Overwatch 2, but there is like there's like backstories, like videos on like Blizzard's official
right,
channel.
And I thought they were going to delve into that more and kind of give some people like an offline.
Right, I heard there was like rumors of like a campaign type deal or something like that, but I don't know.
Did you also see that they have no idea when these games are coming out? Did you see, like, they basically said in an interview that there's no timetable. They're not even, so it makes me think that'll be 2021, 2022.
Yeah,
good move on them because...
Right, but it makes me think that maybe they just decided to announce
there's no doubt that they did that.
So just to kind of deflect some of the...
I will say, like, they did show a lot of the gameplay for Diablo 4, so it does look like it's progressing pretty good, and it looks really good actually.
Right. Switching.
I mean, it's been forever since Diablo 3 came out.
Like 8 years.
I'm sure they've been probably working on it for most of the time since Diablo 3.
All right, so switching gears a little bit. This is kind of more of like a movie TV news, but it is based off a video game, based off a novel. Did you see that The Witcher? They said that it's going to be more grounded horror than fantasy.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
So, you guys did you guys see the trailer?
Earlier this morning, I watched the new trailer earlier this morning. It looks cool.
It looks like, it looks like obviously Game of Thrones is being thrown around a lot.
What fantasy show or movie is it compared to Game of Thrones nowadays?
Or Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so it's even grittier, I think, than, not like gritty. I don't know. The tone is different.
Right.
Like Game of Thrones was obviously still realistic compared to, even though there's like magic and shit, it was still more realistic than like a Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
In terms of, you know, just like the political stuff going on and the story and just kind of the way they built the world out. This seems like it's taking that, but again, it's even darker. Yeah, and again, that horror tone. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like we're going to see like a lot of, I don't know, like
big scale
battles. Like big scale battles and like,
which is good because
magic everywhere and everything like that.
That's not really like Witcher though, is it? Like the big scale battles?
Nah, not particularly.
It's like more like, you know, smaller, like
it's about him and, you know,
one versus a group or one versus one combat.
I think it's more compared to Outlander than.
There you go. That's a good comparison. Yeah. Okay. So Outlander.
But yeah, I watched the trailer earlier. It looks really cool.
Are you guys
One
excited?
thing that like really threw me off is that everybody's talking in a English accent except for Henry Cavill. Yeah, he's talking in American.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
He's British, right?
He is British, which I don't know why he's talking.
You told me that. I'm like, this is a little weird. Like, why is he? That's just weird to me.
But yeah, that comes out next month. I think December 19th or 20th or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't know where your guys' hype level was for that.
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm always down for like really cool Netflix shows. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's going to be a good one.
And like Netflix they're doing a lot of big moves like in the past like few months. Like The Spy was really good.
Which one's the spy?
The miniseries with Sacha
Oh
Baron
yeah,
Cohen.
that was good. I did watch that.
The King. I don't know. It came out a few days ago.
I want to watch that.
That was really good movie. The Irishman, which is like Martin Scorsese's best reviewed movie ever.
Yeah, I want to see
coming
that too.
out on the 27th, and then you got like Witcher coming out on the December 20th. So they're making a lot of big moves.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Netflix.
they spend $15 billion a year on original stuff, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but a lot of the original stuff is just,
It's trash.
Yeah.
It's like Hogwarts.
it's not like how it was when they first started like doing original stuff and like everything they did was like really good. Now it's just
Right.
like they buy up everything they can.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You know what's good right now that I'm watching?
What's that?
The new season of Jack Ryan.
Is that good? I've seen the first season. I haven't seen the second.
Prime?
Yeah,
He's talking about Jack Ryan. I mean, I see it advertised every time I open Amazon. I just haven't clicked on it yet.
Oh yeah, it's definitely good.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The first season was really good.
No, it's going to be good on Amazon Prime. Is that the new Lord of the Rings show?
Oh, the Aragorn.
It's not Aragorn. It takes place in the Second Age.
I thought it was supposed to be
For
Aragorn.
Lord of the Rings nerds.
Takes place in the Second Age.
What I'm looking forward to is Disney Plus coming out. on the
Dude,
12th.
Friday.
Yeah.
I think it's for next Friday.
There's
Yeah.
a bunch of cool stuff.
I've already
Even
pre-ordered my.
the Apple TV like original shows, like the Emily Dickinson one, like
The one
the
with the Jason Mimosa.
the C C, and then the one like about the morning show. They all three look really good.
M. Night Shyamalan's, what's it called? His new show on Apple TV. Just the trailer came out this morning. It looks
Dude,
really
like with like all these different, like everybody's got their own streaming
good.
stuff. It's
so
like
stupid.
It's too much.
it's like $300 a month to just subscribe.
Did you see that?
Did you see
Cable?
Right, just keep your cable.
NBC's going to be coming out with a streaming service soon, and they're going to
Peacock
be
Network.
taking like Friends and The Office off of Netflix and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, dude.
Did you see HBO Max is coming out with theirs? It's got,
Isn't HBO already subscription?
They've
No,
had like
it's-
3 different like
but they own
streaming services.
other companies that they're kind of bringing under their belt too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they've had like HBO Go, HBO Now. It's like, what's the difference between all these ones?
Cinemax then?
it might be something like that. Here, I'll look it up.
Well, I think Jason Momoa needs to broaden his character range.
Well, I think-
Yeah, the C one. I was thinking that earlier. I think
it's the same type of character he's played.
He's always like some like big brooding brute guy.
I mean, yeah, but then I was
Have you
thinking
guys
like
seen-
that's kind of like like
We've seen The Frontier on Netflix.
who's the
yes, exactly.
who's the red hair guy who's in Braveheart like his like best friend? He always plays those like same type of characters
Yeah,
too.
I think at this point he's
And
just
like-
typecast.
and like
You know what I mean? Like he's anytime you need like a gruff or like a grizzly looking
yeah.
like
and then
anti-hero.
I don't know if you guys have seen Succession on HBO, but
it's
like
a fucking phenomenal show.
Yeah, it's
That's
really good.
such a good show.
the dad on the show, that was like the first time I ever seen him in a role that wasn't like that same type
Yeah.
of role. He was
That's the
really
same dude.
All right, so here
he plays like Agamemnon and Troy and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So
yeah.
HBO Max will feature original programming from obviously HBO as well as other Warner Media companies, including Warner Brothers, DC, New Line Cinema, Castle Rock, The CW, CNN, True TV, TBS, TNT, Rooster Teeth, Crunchyroll, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim,
Good lord.
Boomerang, Hanna-Barbera, Turner Classic Movies, and Turner Entertainment.
Wait, what's
And-
this?
HBO Max.
They own all that?
Yeah. So, or at least it's going to be branded as HBO Max. AT&T owns HBO, so I think it's AT&T, but they're just using the HBO brand to push it
Who
out.
owns 18? Isn't it like TBS owns?
No, AT&T owns TBS.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
So
TBS
yeah,
was
but anyway, so there's
like-
HBO Max in there too now.
It's like five companies that own like every single network.
Yeah.
There's like
Seems
5
like
companies
every
that owns
streaming
every
thing
company.
is a la carte now.
Yeah.
You can't have just one big package.
See, I'm gonna have because I already signed up for Disney Plus because
Is that
that's
for the Mandalorian? Or?
yeah. Well, Mandalorian,
everything.
yeah, Star Wars, Marvel, it's all gonna be on
Speaking
there.
of which, the WandaVision, that's supposed to be a sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be kind of cool to see like Wanda and Vision
Yeah.
in a sitcom.
So, but yeah,
Is it like a sitcom in front of a live audience?
No.
I don't think so. I think it's like
like The
it's
Office or
something like that, maybe.
I don't think like The Office.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying documentary style. I'm just
It's
saying.
actually kind of cool. That'd be hilarious.
Vision was
they break the fourth wall and always stare at the camera.
But like usually sitcoms are like
Right.
filmed in front of a live audience or like like that, like mockumentary style. I'm not saying it's.
Dude, that'd actually be kind of a funny idea.
There's a lot of sitcoms that's coming out for Marvel, like Hawkeye.
Yeah.
That's going to be a sitcom?
Yeah, so they've got what I was saying was like now that Disney Plus is out, obviously I still have Hulu for whatever reason. I have Netflix. If I end up getting like an HBO or an Apple TV, I don't know about Apple, but at least right now. But yeah, I mean, it's just like if you start adding these up, it's as much as it's $100 a month, and you might as well just get cable and internet packaged together. But anyway, so
I'm surprised the NFL doesn't have their own stream
like any game ever.
See, there was before they teamed up with DirecTV again, before they renewed their contract, there was a big rumor that Google was trying to buy the exclusive rights for online streaming or whatever, and it was supposed to be cheaper, but whatever.
If they want to, they will.
The start of the great streaming wars.
All right, last story before we get into what we've been playing is PlayStation Now will not copy Xbox Game Pass's best feature.
Which I haven't read this. I'm guessing they're talking about the day and date first party releases.
So yes.
Why not?
So this is what they said. This is from Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan, who spoke to GameIndustry.biz. He said, quote, "It's an area that is fast changing and fluid. The nature and scale of some of the first party games that we are making leads us to think that right now it's better to spend energy on making sure that the launch of those games is a massive entertainment event. I would cite God of War and Spider-Man and the upcoming Last of Us 2. And Last of Us 2 next year will fall into that category. That's where we stand right now." He goes on to say that it's not impossible to reverse course. He's not saying it'll never happen, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. I'm putting the video together now that I'm hoping to get up later today or tomorrow, but kind of just going, because I've had PlayStation Now for the last 2 months, just kind of messing with it, just now that it's $10 a month, just kind of the value it brings versus, a Game Pass, and then, where it stands on its own. Really, that's the only thing they're missing.
Right.
If you imagine that, hey, I could pay $10 a month, and the same day The Last of Us 2 comes out, I can play it on there for $10 rather than paying $60. So I don't know where the because that's obviously it all comes down to money. Where the
I'm sure they crunched the numbers and found out they'd make more money if they just released the first party games separately.
Well, because I was looking at it, they said over 1 million subscribers to PlayStation Now, but they have over 102 million PS4. So the adoption rate is less than 1%.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that until the subscriber numbers pick up, it's not enough to offset, the cost of, paying, obviously $60 for, if The Last of Us 2 sells 10 million copies in its life. You know what I mean? So I hope they do, because, that's, again, what we've been saying it for so long, that with Game Pass, Microsoft has been doing so many good moves on their end.
Right.
They have Game Pass, or is it called Xbox Live Ultimate or Game Pass Ultimate?
Yeah, Game Pass Ultimate. This is just Xbox Live Gold
bundled with Game Pass. See, they need to do that. Just, PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, bundle them in together for $19 or $14 a month.
Yeah.
And just, which I'm assuming they'll probably do for PS5.
Oh, yeah, at some point, yeah.
They're making a big push for it. So if they rebrand it going into the PS5 event, next year, who knows where it ends up. But yeah.
That sucks, though. Because it's kind of a double-edged sword, if that's even the right term. Because, people aren't adopting it as quickly as they would like, but if they put that feature in there,
how many people would?
So many people would
jump in for $10 a month?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give them a 7-day or even a 1 month free trial.
Right. That's how Game Pass was. Like the first 2 months were only $1.
And just like $2 or $10 a month or whatever. Or some introductory price for the first 3 months. It's $5 a month or whatever, and then
I still think they could bump it up to like $15 a month if they add in the first party new releases day one.
Yeah, because they added, so their plan now, they add 3 games every month, whether it's first party or just exclusive. Like this past, actually no, that's not true. I was gonna say at the beginning of this month they added was it Shadow of War, the Middle Earth. They added Persona 5 to PlayStation Now, which I already had.
I still want to play that.
And then
actually, that'd be.
And the Hollow Knight. So actually, 2 of the 3 are multi-platform, but yeah, they're adding like games, but then it's only for 90-day cycles. So in 90 days,
what if you like they upload like a game that like takes like over 100+ hours?
It's like Persona 5. It takes 100 hours to beat that game.
You gotta burn through it.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
play
so
non-stop.
like last month they added God of War,
Still want to play that.
Infamous, Second Son, and Uncharted 4, but those leave at the end of
I'd like to play
January.
the Uncharted games. Never played a single
fun,
one.
man.
I beat the first.
I mean,
3.
we've never really had a PlayStation since PlayStation 2.
Now that you have PlayStation, if you have a PC, you can play PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think
the fourth one's the only one I haven't played.
Would be able to support that.
Really?
Yeah, it's
so
It might blow up.
yeah.
Well, more internet speed than anything. You can stream it.
Yeah.
So,
But I was thinking what Chase said, that'd actually be a good idea. Just have like the base PlayStation Now be like $9.99 a month, and then like to unlock the exclusives day and date, pay
an extra
$15.99 a month or whatever.
That's not a bad idea.
Right?
Yeah,
Have 2 pricing models.
I mean, it makes sense because they
Because I think
a bigger selection
if they
of games.
bumped up the price a little bit, and since it's a monthly thing, whether they're releasing new games or not, they would end up making more money. Even if it is just like 1 million people, you gotta think that's like
$1 million,
20 million or like $15 million a month, you know.
right? And that's the thing. At $10 a month, just like with Netflix or anything else that you're subscribed to, after a while you just forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's what they count. That's why they give you the free trial, because you sign up, you put in your credit card, you forget to cancel, and you're like, well, fuck, I already have it for a month.
Might as well use it.
Might as well use it.
Use it for the rest of this month, and then you'll forget again.
Yeah, the next cycle comes around, oh man, I forgot to cancel that.
And
Next thing you know,
eventually, you just stop even thinking about canceling it.
So, but yeah,
it just automatically factors into like your money
budget. Yeah,
your budget is like, all right.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm on the one hand, I'm disappointed to hear that, but on the other hand, I get it from a business standpoint, because like you said, somebody's crunching the numbers, and they're like, if
they figured out they could make more money if they have the people pay their $10 subscriptions, and then everybody, including those people, pay the $60 per game. And
I'm thinking maybe, and this is just off the top of my head, if they, it'll be this time next year, probably in 12 months or 11 to 12 months from now, the new consoles will be out, which is very exciting.
Can't wait.
But if they, because he says like this is not permanent necessarily. Like we have the ability to change course at any time. Do they just wait for this to? Is this going to be like the big pop at PS5, like 30 days or 60 days out? We announce, oh, by the way, all of the first party PS5 games that you can play are included in the service day one.
It'd be smart,
and they save that big announcement for that final push.
Yeah, maybe. They're playing with such a huge lead that they can afford to say,
experiment.
Yeah.
I just hope, because I mean, I really do. I like when all the companies do well, because then it pushes the competition to, innovate and do well too. I really hope that they're not playing it too safe because they have such a big lead.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they get comfortable, and because I mean, look what happened. Obviously, we talk about it all the time coming out of the PS2. Right. They had such a commanding lead that, when $5.99 US, you'll get a second job, like all this crazy stuff. And
nah, bro, we don't want the PS3 that bad.
And so, and Microsoft took advantage of that. And, even though the sales at the end of the cycle were
about it even,
at that point, Microsoft had won so much goodwill with the gamers that it really
pissed it down the drain.
And then they lost it all.
And so that's what I mean. Like, so I'm wondering is it going to be another cycle where PS4 is so dominant this generation with sales, not necessarily mindshare, because I do think that Microsoft is making a lot of good pro-consumer moves. are they going to come out on PS5 and just kind of drop the ball?
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
That's like a wait and see game because I can see it going either way.
Right.
Honestly.
You'd like to think they, learned their lesson.
Yeah, you'd like to think that, but
Yeah. And you think that? So yeah, we've said it before.
PS5, $8.99.
Hope not, man. God.
shit.
No, it wouldn't be. It won't be. They're using PC architecture. They're not trying to come up with their own. Yeah, like proprietary cell engine
Right.
which is why the PS3 was so fucking expensive. Now they're just using like off the shelf parts, which
makes you wonder, like, why the hell are cell phones so goddamn expensive,
Yeah.
man? You can get an entire video game console for like $500
I think
or less.
I think Apple learned their lesson with the iPhone 10 when there was like $1,000 and like,
yeah, because now you can get an iPhone 11 for the base model for I think it's $700, which is like unheard
I
of.
think
so much
because the prices just raised like every generation.
Well,
And then I think they just wanted to see what's the limit.
What's the limit?
What's the limit where people's
Where are they pushing back? So yeah,
because people were like still like, all right, I'll buy this, and then like $1,000 people are like, oh, it's I could like put that down payment towards a house with that money.
so but that's it for the news. Unless you guys have anything else.
Nah.
So let's.
Did you hear about that Fortnite streamer who got banned for life?
Yeah, I kind of.
I heard it was like really fucked up. I don't know exactly what happened.
He shouldn't have been banned for life. He should have been banned for a little bit.
Well, did
Probably
you?
not for life.
Well, he was doing it in playground mode, which is non-competitive.
No, he was doing it
right?
in solos and
Oh, really? See, I thought I was. Like,
he was doing it
playground
in
mode or something.
solos. He made a different account, used a different
It was like an alternate
computer,
account,
different IP address, but he was streaming it, which is stupid. But he was using aim assist, aimbot.
Using an aimbot to,
And then he was like streaming it just to make a video. Like he was part of FaZe.
FaZe Clan, right?
Yeah, it's part of FaZe, and he was just aimbotting people for like a video content. And he even like in the video was like, "Don't do aimbot," He's like, "I'm probably gonna get this account banned for this and all this."
Yeah,
and he did it. He played like 3 games, and then he got banned for life.
Yeah, on the one hand, I like.
Sucks for him.
Yeah, I think a lifetime ban. He's
That's
17.
That's
He's
insane.
17.
It's a little fucking excessive, bro.
And I was like
6 months, a year.
He was a Fortnite like content creator and streamer, so that was like his main income.
That's how he makes his money. Is like he.
I think like a year ban, like.
Yeah, I think years is a little excessive for 3 games of aim assist, man.
Or something.
But it also
6
because
months.
he has like 2 million subscribers on YouTube. There's because it does like show like maybe like kids like, oh, look how easy aimbot is,
Right.
or like it could be like, oh, even though he says don't use it, but it makes it look like, oh, it's so much fun.
Shit.
So,
if I would
I
have
mean-
watched that, I would have probably been like, let me
Yeah, and
try
so
this
it's
out.
like, yeah, I mean, it's
But I don't think I think a lifetime ban's
A lifetime ban is
excessive.
super excessive.
Maybe like 6 month, a year ban is fine, but
Or like
All
90.
right, bro. Fortnite's lame, man. Go play Apex.
But yeah, man. I on the one hand, I get it. Like they have to be hard on these rules, and if he's
also heard it
if
was
he's showing
because,
2 million people how they can potentially break the game. Not that they couldn't find it elsewhere, but
yeah, I mean everybody knows about aimbot and
but it's
wall
like,
hacks and stuff like that.
it's like. Fuck, man, he's 17. Like, I feel bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
on the one hand, I feel...
But I also like heard like they might have come down hard on him because during the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers, these 2 guys were caught cheating.
I remember that story, too.
Because they ended up teaming with people in lobbies to get more kills. So like people were just like dying to them on purpose,
Right.
and then they still ended up qualifying for the World Cup.
Right.
And so, like, Epic received a lot of flack for that. So,
Yeah, so, I mean...
but this is excessive, like.
yeah.
But I just thought it was, I thought it was kind of funny though, because I saw a clip of the video he made, like where he explained he got banned and he was like crying.
Dude, he
was
broke
kind of
down.
funny.
Yeah,
was
on
kinda
the one
funny.
it was a little... It was a lot, but...
I mean, I felt bad for him, but it was still funny at the same time.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And I went down to the comments and everybody's like, "Oh, you can give him the lifetime ban." I'm like, "Jeez, guys, man." Usually, I don't give a shit about most things, but like that's a little excessive, man. Like,
It's just people like dogpiling on him. It's just the internet being the internet. But Yeah, that was interesting.
Like obviously he's in phase, so he's good enough to not need the aim aimbot. So it's like obviously he was doing it for the content,
right,
and all this stuff.
It wouldn't surprise me if 6 months down the line, there's some type of reversal. Or a year. I don't know. Because when he's 17, like, a lifetime ban is like, it's insane.
It's a lot. It's a lot of time. A lot of time on the show.
Even in, like, professional sports, you got to fuck up a couple times to get a lifetime ban. So who knows? But anyway, so let's switch gears. What have you guys been playing?
Modern Warfare.
How's that going? I see you guys are on like fucking level 120.
Yeah, well, I just re-downloaded Black Ops 4, so that should tell you where my mind space is right now.
Yeah, I'm on level 120 something, and I legit, no exaggeration, I don't think I've had fun yet playing it.
It's insane.
Even in the games I do like really well. Like yesterday, I had like a couple of games. Like one game I were like 19-3.
Yeah, I've had a couple of good streaks.
But it's even then, it doesn't feel good. Like it doesn't like feel like I'm having fun. Like,
did you see the patch notes that they're?
Yeah, dude, get them bitches out already.
It's been like 3 weeks since the game came out.
Yeah, I think they said it was going to be released sometime this weekend. By this weekend,
we'll see. We'll see if it
it wasn't the change to the mini map that everybody was talking about.
I heard that's supposed to be coming before the end of November, but they didn't really give it.
But this one is like some weapons balancing. Did you guys see that shot where the guy had some type of scope on a shotgun?
The 725, I'm guessing that's the only shotgun people use. And sniper shotgun.
Yeah, and it was literally like
ridiculous,
300 meters away, and he got him. It was something
so annoying,
stupid. He was on ground war. And he was on top of one of the skyscrapers or whatever map that is, and he was aiming down. And the guy, I mean, hundreds of meters away with a shotgun, and just like picked him off. Yeah,
that shotgun's stupid overpowered. I get sniped with that thing all the time.
It's so annoying. It's everybody runs it. Everybody. People sit in corners and just sit with it. It's ridiculous. They sit in a corner, have two like claymores set up on like both entrances, and then they'll sit in a corner
and just wait for people to walk by.
Yeah,
this
right
game,
now it's like my most hated Call of Duty ever.
And then that's shocking because God, it had the potential, and it still does, but they need to fix it.
But until they fix it, I don't enjoy this game at all.
They fixed some of the like the infinite claymore spawning or like recharging. They fixed. I should say they're talking about balancing a lot of the weapons. I'm assuming that's going to be fixed. Some of the stuff
something about those damn footsteps.
The footsteps is good.
They said they quieted them, but it doesn't sound any quieter.
Well, this is supposed to be the new one. The new
patch.
I
know. I'm just saying, like they said they've already quieted like
before.
Yeah, the last patch, but it doesn't sound any quieter.
I guess some of the kill streaks. I can't remember which one specifically. Maybe the one with the tank. And one of the other ones where I guess it was counting towards
nukes.
The nuke. So they disabled that.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
And then what was the last one? Maybe that was it. Those were the major ones. And kind of like
I heard they're also going to fix because sometimes like the weapon class will show up as level 1.
Yeah.
And like the challenges and the progress will be 0.
That was the other one. Yeah. So they're
that's so annoying.
Because they were saying
I should have gold for my sniper rifle first off, but they've been like,
But yeah, I mean that's I've been playing that in Persona 5 off and on. I'm getting to the point now where I refuse. And it sucks to say because you don't want to say this about a video game that you're trying to play, but I refuse to just like get excited or get upset about Call of Duty. I just go in and just play it and just
that's how I've been.
Because yesterday I had a couple really good matches. My KD spread was like over 15 kills, 3 deaths, 2, 3, 4 deaths.
And it still didn't feel good, did it?
It was fine, but yeah,
it didn't feel good. You weren't really having fun.
But
it's
then
like work.
The next match, I really need to put like a compilation together of just like spawn camp kills and just like camp deaths and then I was just like, you know what? Like I can get mad about this and I can throw my controller, which is what I wanted to do. It's just like, whatever. I'm just going to turn it off. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it sucks because
it's not fun.
They need to fix the
It's really not. Video games shouldn't feel like work, and that's what that game feels like on multiplayer. It feels like work. You gotta like scan like 19 different windows, and then open doors, and then not run in. No, you gotta look for lasers to see if a Claymore's hiding behind the corner. It's too much.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I'm at this point. I'm just waiting for Death Stranding to hit at midnight. I've already got it preloaded, preloaded. That's about it, really. What about you guys? What have you guys been playing besides Modern Warfare?
Path of Exile. They had a new season come out, the Blight season, which for anybody that really cares, it's cool.
So is that like a Diablo, basically?
Yeah, it's like I think probably what people wanted Diablo 3 to be, because it's super duper in depth and there's a lot of systems going on behind
What's that game that's like it's considered like one of the great RPGs, maybe of all time, depending on who you talk to?
Fantasy?
Fuck. Did it come out on Switch recently? Hold on. Highest.
Is it like a Diablo type game?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is it like a top-down RPG type game?
Maybe.
Is he talking about like Pillars of Eternity?
Maybe.
I think that recently came out on Switch. I don't know.
No.
I don't know if it's that same type of game. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Pillars of Eternity, Divinity, Original Sin.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys played that?
I haven't.
Original Sin 2.
I haven't played the second one.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. Is it that same type of game, like a dungeon crawler, kind of loot based?
Yeah, a little different, but
gotcha.
Kind of the same deal.
Gotcha.
So yeah, obviously I saw like all the Diablo 4 stuff, and I was like,
I gotta jump into
I had
something.
to get my itch in.
Yeah.
So I haven't been playing Outer Worlds because I've been back on Path of Exile.
Yeah. What about
Outer Worlds?
It's really good. If you dig Fallout, you'll dig it. It's not like super open world, but it's.
I think that would be perfect.
I
really don't like just the open world go anywhere. I get lost and I just get distracted.
There's still lots of like side quests and stuff to do.
I like the open world of Fallout. So
yeah, you'll like it. It's like I guess you could say it's like a sci-fi outer space Fallout 3 kind of thing. So it's really good.
What about you? Anything?
Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I mean, level 120 something. I don't think I've
had a fun game, dude.
I don't think I've had time
to play it because it's work. You play it a lot
because it's almost really good. Like, and that's what like
physics of it.
It's like the gameplay is like the gunplay is nice. It's like almost a great game except for like 3 glaring issues. Yeah.
Like I said, I reinstalled Black Ops 4 last night.
I'm hoping by the end of the month they'll have the minimap fixed. They'll have more weapon balancing.
Like weapon balancing, like I get it. It's the first
right. No, I understand that.
But like footsteps, come on, you can fix that.
But at the same time, how do you not know that your shotgun's going to blast somebody from across the map? Like that's a little excessive.
Yeah, but it's the thing is like
you guys built it that way.
The footsteps are still so loud, and it's like the 3rd week since it's come out. Why haven't you fixed that already?
You just like go in the code and you just like instead of 10, you just turn it down to like 3.
I don't know if that's how it works.
I don't know, but
I'm sure
it can't be that hard to fix footstep volume.
I mean, coding's probably not that easy. I don't know.
Well,
but still, it's been 3 weeks. I was kind enough to give him the first 2 weeks. The 3rd week, I'm drawing the line. Fix the footsteps.
Very kind.
Fix the footsteps.
And I'm really interested to see what their first map pack's going to be.
Just give me Modern Warfare 2 maps. I don't trust you guys.
I did have
original maps.
I did have a dream last night that I was playing Modern Warfare.
That's a lot.
Like on Crash.
Playing it too much.
on Crash. And I almost dropped like a 30 bomb on it. It was great.
In your dream, you didn't even drop. You almost did.
I don't remember where. I don't think I made it to the end of the match. I think I might have woke up first. It was nice. I was playing on Crash.
Yeah, dude. I don't trust
which I
them
heard
making
is coming
maps.
out, which is coming out for Modern Warfare sometime.
I would like them to see, I mean, not for every map pack, but I would like them to see, like, hey, for this map pack exclusively, these are Modern Warfare 2 remastered, and it's just 5. It's the whole map pack is just 5, Modern Warfare 2.
Please, dude.
And just release it.
Piccadilly's any indication. They don't even know how to make maps anymore, dude.
No, that map is awful.
Yeah, it really is. Although I did have a really good match on that yesterday.
I mean, I've had some good matches, but
it's really
they're not fun. They're not fun. It's just not. You have to play.
It's like Stockholm syndrome.
I keep saying that, but you're like, I dreamt it last night.
But it wasn't it was an old map, so. But it's because there's so many rooms on Piccadilly. So there's so many
camping,
rooms, so many cars. There's a whole bunch of pieces of cover, but they all explode. It's I've been killed by exploding cars at least 50 times.
Terrible map.
So, with that being said, what were you gonna say?
Bring back Battlefield 1.
You literally need
360-degree
X-ray vision to be able to even think about moving around in that game.
Yeah,
because you're always
that's why
you're always exposed somewhere.
I try to stick to the perimeter as much as possible.
Yeah, even then,
I know. It's not a perfect
even
system.
then, you're exposed on only 8 different spots instead of 20.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video? They actually came out and said that they made the game specifically for people to camp on it. For new
somebody,
noobs.
I saw somebody dug up this clip from the developers before the game came out.
Really?
Yeah, he said, we made the map porous for newcomers so they can find a safe spot for new players to learn the mechanics and
that's what offline
and then
players for.
Yeah, and then the interviewer's like, do you feel like that'll alienate the hardcore players? And he's like, I hope not. He said, we want the newcomers to have a good experience, and we want the.
Do you need the game is already the #1 selling game every year?
He said we want the newcomers to have a good experience, and we want the hardcore players to have a bad experience. He said that. He wants to alienate the entire fan base to have a bad experience, to bring in, the few thousands of newcomers who aren't already playing Call of Duty. Get out of here. You deserve to be fired.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know if he's. What is it? PR? He's probably in PR. Or what is he, a developer? He said.
I don't actually.
He should be talking through a PR person.
Yeah, that was just terrible. I was like, what? He really said he wants the newcomers to have a good experience and the hardcore players to have a bad experience. I'm like, what are you talking about? You want to give them a safe spot?
Yeah, I don't know. So I tell you what,
He said the maps are porous. Damn right, they're porous.
I'm going to keep playing it because
holes and windows everywhere.
I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
but
I just because I'm waiting for these because they keep saying the Joe Seacott guy keeps tweeting out all these big updates and patch notes are going to be coming out, and I'm like, where? But
at
my
least
patience is
exactly what you guys are doing, because everything is just.
I think what they need, because other developers, now that I think about it, other developers, they have. I'm not saying I need a year roadmap, but they tell you it's not and it's a little different here just because it's not content drops. It's more of patches and fixes, and that's.
It really feels like they
ever changing, but they're
prematurely release the game. It doesn't feel like a super finished game yet. There's only a handful of maps, a lot of issues with it.
Yeah,
it still feels like it's in beta mode. And honestly, I think it's taken a step back from when we played the beta.
Yeah, the beta was better. Honestly, yeah. I don't.
Or I just
really
don't.
know why,
I don't
but
think
it just felt better.
You're talking about just the way it controls and feels.
Just the way it played.
Yeah. Really. I was gonna say because obviously in the beta we didn't get a full grasp of because in the beta, if I correct me if I'm wrong, the maps. they didn't have any of like the maps that everybody thinks of as trash. They didn't have any of those maps.
No, they had the best maps. They had Grozna, Gunrunner, Hackney.
Yeah, they had the better maps. So nobody knew that, you know, the other maps that were part of the initial release were going to be
trash maps.
Bad.
Piccadilly. They know.
Also, fix the damn spawns, man.
Yeah, dude,
Spawn camping's bad.
Dude,
it's really bad.
I get at least like
there are matches where we'll be spawn trapped. Like they'll have us trapped in our spawn from every angle. You can't leave the spawn, and they will not switch the spawn once the entire match. Or they'll do it when there's like 30 seconds left. I'm like,
because they figured out where the line is. Because, you know, obviously if you cross a certain point in the map, the game registers that and knows you to flip you to the other side. They know where those lines are in the map.
It's ridiculous. Fix that.
And so as long as you obviously don't cross that line,
and then you can't even like leave your spawn. You're getting grenades rained on you. And then you die like 20 times because like you're just trapped.
Did you see Dr. Disrespect? He was playing the other night. I didn't watch it live, but I saw the story. It was, I can't remember who reported, comicbook.com or something. He was streaming it, and he was just getting so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
He broke character for a second and like just fucking raged on like because he was like, every time I walk into a door through a window, I'm getting hit with a claymore, and he's like, I'm getting like spawn kill, and he's just like,
I watched a clip of him yesterday. He's talking about the claymores and the 725 shotgun, and he's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm about to delete this game off my computer, and I was like, I feel you. I feel you. We, like Sean said, we reinstalled Black Ops 4. I'm legit about to just play Black Ops 4 until they put these patches out, until they put the next patch out, because it's just so much.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I know, like, there has to be a lot of people who feel the exact same way. Like, we'll just go back to Black Ops 4 until they fix this game.
For sure. I agree. All right, guys. Well, that was our
weekly Modern Warfare rant.
Yeah. So that was our very impassioned rant on Modern Warfare this week.
And all odds there'll probably be another one next week.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be. Although next week, like I said, we're gonna have Death Stranding, or at least I don't know if you guys will be able to play it. I'm gonna have Death Stranding. I'm hoping to. I really want to put some time. I've already got it planned out. I'm gonna go home. Like I said, I'm gonna watch Raiders game, edit this video, and then I'm gonna drink.
What time do they play?
8:00, and I'm gonna drink a ton of coffee because I really want to like put in a few hours in tonight.
Knock out those first 10 hours.
Yeah, and just power through. So, but anyway, if you guys like this,
I heard that walking can be frustrated though, like especially like going downhill. You gotta like use like the triggers to like balance and then like move with the sticks and like it's like
so we'll see.
Then I heard like your packages fall off your back a lot. That sounds frustrating.
There was one. I can't remember who put it up. There was one compilation where, what's his name? Sam in the game.
Something.
Sam Bridges. He like rolled down the hill, and then it's funny because they put like some like music, whatever, like dramatic music behind it, but it's just him floating on his back down the river, and like all of his boxes are like around him. He's just like floating.
Yeah, I saw this like one guy. He like fell down a hill, and all of his boxes went everywhere, and so he started like climbing back up the hill to go get them, and then he fell back down before I was like, man, I would get mad at that, man.
So, but yeah. Anyway,
I take about anything over Modern Warfare at this point.
We'll have some personal impressions this time next week. If you guys like this off the rails episode, give this a thumbs up.
Yeah, consider on tangents.
Yeah, consider hitting the subscribe button. Please tell a friend to check us out. Also, we definitely, as always, love and appreciate all the support. You can find us on any major podcast platform. All you have to do is search the Save Point Vids podcast. And do you guys have any final words?
Nope.
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 All right, guys. Until next time, you guys stay safe.